So June of 1980, treated myself to a high school graduation present. Went down to Atlanta on the Crescent by that point, and then filmed it the next day coming into Peachtree Station. It was a Amtrak operation by then. There were still some Southern cars involved, but more and more Amtraks, and usually it was all Amtrak power. Boy, I longed for the days when you could still see the Ford green and white E8s. But hey, going down the train was fun. Once you were on the train, I still pretended I was on the Crescent. But saw lots of activity. I thought that old E8 of Amtrak's didn't sound too good coming by, so I thought there might be some activity. I was hoping maybe it was going to be bad ordered and put something else on. So the train was backing up, and like I thought, they had cut out that old E8, and they just had the SDP 40F, which at 3,000 horsepower was pretty good, but it wasn't enough to lug this train up through the Appalachians and get it to Washington, D.C. on time. That's why Graham Claytor had always mandated 4 E8s, 2,250 horsepower apiece. So they're going to have to add something. I watched some of the yard activity for a little while. Didn't know what they were going to bring up. I didn't know what they kept in for protection power in Atlanta down here. I was thinking, wouldn't that be cool if they brought some E8s? But I thought they were gone. Some had been already sold to New Jersey Transit, and some had gone to private collectors. So we'll just have to wait and see. About 10 minutes later, I heard the distinctive chugging of some 567C engines. And holy cow, not one, but 2 E8s were coming down. I was praying they were still going to be protection power. I was ecstatic. For some reason, these two still were wearing their bicentennial decals that Southern put on in 1976. And holy cow, 2 E8s were again going to lead the Crescent. And we'll call it the Southern Crescent now. That'll do. I climbed up on a signal bridge to get a little better view. Wanted to see some more of that yard activity going on because I didn't get down to. It was hard to see things at Pot Yard in where I lived in Virginia. Still had a little more time, so I was interested in the yard activity. I love seeing Southerns moving around, cutting out cabooses, moving cars around. Very neat. Sounded like they were getting the Crescent ready to go. We're getting towards train time. Two blasts of the horn, and once again, two of EMD's finest. 2 Southern Crescent EMDs were getting ready to head out of the station. Sounded like they were happy to be back on their home rails. As the rest of the train headed out, we started to head north so we could catch it. Still had quite a few Southern cars. Amtrak bought some, rented some. we hurried up, headed up toward Buford, where knew there was a cool crossing. We made it just in time. The Crescent like it used to be. Thanks for watching.